Another interesting way to look at the effects of loose connectors is by considering ingress and the return path. I have here a spectrum analyzer, and I'm looking between 5 megahertz and about 42 megahertz, so that is the return path. I've got a series of jumpers, short jumpers, with different industry connectors on it, and terminated on the end. What I'm going to do is just loosen one up, one at a time, and see what the effects are. As soon as I loosen that, we see some ingress happening. The noise floors come up. With it tight, everybody finger tight, everything moving, our noise floor is around minus 40 dBmV. I'm going to put it to max hold and loosen up that same connector. And we see that come right in. We're going to capture everything that happens now. I've also got a CB radio here, a small portable, and I'm going to key this microphone, and we see immediately that we've gone to over plus 40 dBmV of ingress. So we started out around minus 40, and now we've got a plus 40. We've got an 80 dB differential in the ingress just from one loose connector. Let me tighten that up, go back to clear right, tighten that connection up, and let's loosen up the next connection. We see a lot of intermittent ingress happening. Let's capture it on max hold. That was happening while I was loosening it. Let's key up the CB again, and there it is, immediately off the screen, over 40 dBmV. In fact, I'm seeing a plus 47 dBmV of ingress happening due to one loose connector. That went from minus 40 to plus 47. Let me clear that screen. We'll go to the next industry connector. This happens to be the PPC EX connector. As soon as I loosen it, we begin to see the ingress. I'll key up to CB, and there it is again, off the screen, 47 dBmV. I'm going to skip over our signal type connector for now, but here's another industry standard connector. Let me go to clear right. Let's tighten that back down, make sure everything's clean and clear. And we'll loosen this one up. And we see some intermittent noise coming in just by moving or loosening it. It's captured on max hold. Yep, there it is. And there's our CB again. And just like before, we're reaching up to near 40 dBmV of ingress signal just from one connector being loose. We've got one last industry connector. Loosen that up. Well, let's get back to clear right so we can see our clear picture. Begin to loosen it up. As soon as I begin doing that, we've got all of the ingress in the world happening. It's captured on max hold. And again, let's key up that CB. And there it is, over 40 dB, about 46, 47 dBmV of ingress happening just from one loose connector. Now, the PPC signal type connector. Let's loosen that one up. A couple of turns, let's wiggle it, push it, pull it, do whatever we can do to it. Let's key up the CB. We've got a little bit of it. Well, let's go to max hold so we capture everybody. Wiggle it real good. Key up the CB, wiggle. I've got nothing coming in at all. Let's do this. Let's really loosen this connection. That's almost falling off of there. I've still got a very good noise floor. And when I key the CB, again, that's the worst that I've got right there. That's about a minus 20 dBmV signal. No matter how I move it around, far superior performance, very good noise floor, keeping almost everything out of the return path. Even while I'm loosening it, tightening it, we get no ill effects. Let's go back to clear right. If I loosen this one, key the mic, it's all there. Loosen this one, you see it, we key the mic, depending on how it's positioned, it definitely comes in, comes right off the screen. Loosen up our connector. Again, depending on how it's positioned, right off the screen. Loosen up this connector, and once again, right off the screen, depending on how it's positioned. And loosen up this last connector. Okay. Key up to CB. Yep. Right off the screen. But we loosen up the signal tight connector. We never see the noise floor come up. Even with the CB activated, we never get much of ingress at all. Almost nothing happens.